Thank you for joining today's demonstration. I want to start with a question that keeps C-suite executives awake at night. What if your next critical hire becomes your biggest operational liability? In regulated industries, a single unstable executive doesn't just cost you money, they threaten compliance, disrupt operations, and create regulatory exposure that can cascade throughout your organization. The problem isn't that we're hiring the wrong people, it's that we're asking the wrong question. Traditional hiring asks, can this person do the job? But for executives like you, the real question is, what is the operational risk of this hire? Today, I'll show you how leading organizations are using the Stability Engine to transform hiring risk from an unknown liability into a managed strategic advantage. This isn't about replacing HR judgment. It's about providing the independent validation and audit trail you need to defend critical hiring decisions in today's regulatory environment. Everything begins here at our secure risk assessment portal, designed specifically for regulated environments where security and compliance are paramount. This isn't your typical HR tool. When you input a candidate's professional history and position description, our enterprise-grade system immediately strips all PII to maintain confidentiality, anonymizes all data using SHA 256 encryption, creates an auditable record of your assessment request, initiates secure analysis through encrypted channels. Notice what we're building from day one: a documented chain of custody for your workforce intelligence, essential for demonstrating due diligence to regulators, auditors, and stakeholders. This is where we move above the power line, addressing the strategic risks that keep executives concerned about their workforce. You're looking at an independent stability validation report generated by the Stability Engine. This isn't a hiring recommendation, it's a predictive analysis of operational risk that provides the third-party validation needed to defend your decisions. Let me walk you through the critical risk factors: adaptability and resilience. For this finance role, a low score here signals potential risk to compliance and operational continuity during market volatility. Leadership presence. This flag indicates potential cultural risk. Leadership transition challenges can significantly impact team morale and productivity. Decision reliability, critical for compliance roles. This factor assesses consistency in judgment under pressure. Organizational alignment. This measures how well their operating style aligns with your governance structure and risk tolerance. We're fundamentally shifting the conversation from, is this a good resume, to what is the operational risk of this hire? This places your hiring decisions squarely in enterprise risk management, where they belong. Here's what separates the Stability Engine from every other solution: risk mitigation and compliance documentation, designed specifically for regulated environments. This isn't just hiring advice, it's your defensible audit trail. The system identifies the candidate's highest risk factors and generates specific, documented lines of inquiry designed to align with established risk management frameworks. When your team asks these questions, you're not just conducting an interview, you're actively performing risk mitigation, creating documentation of due diligence, building a compliance shield around critical hiring decisions, establishing evidence of reasonable care. This documentation structure is designed to align with established regulatory examination standards. During regulatory scrutiny or hiring-related litigation, this becomes invaluable evidence of your sound governance practices. Let me show you what this means in practical terms. Predictive intelligence. You gain advance warning on potential problems that traditional vetting simply cannot see. Documentation protection. Create the audit trail needed to demonstrate due diligence in your hiring processes. Operational continuity. Build a more stable workforce by identifying and addressing stability risks before they impact operations. The result? You've transformed hiring risk from an unknown liability into a managed strategic advantage. In today's regulatory environment, it's not enough to make good hiring decisions. You must be able to prove you made them through a sound, documented process. The Stability Engine provides the tools, insights, and documentation needed to build a stronger, more resilient workforce, while simultaneously strengthening your compliance posture. For regulated industries facing increasing scrutiny, this isn't just competitive advantage, it's becoming essential governance. The question isn't whether you can afford this level of workforce intelligence. The question is, can you afford to hire without it? Who's ready to see their first workforce risk assessment?